Hi, I'm Sharon
And I'm Keith.
and welcome to Reels Across the World. We like to talk about our Antarctic cruise experience, even though we're clearly somewhere a bit warmer now. But we booked through Swoop Adventures based in Bristol on a Swan Hellenic cruise, and our ship was the SH Vega.
Yeah, and we've seen there's been a few reports recently about the fact that some people have had really difficult experiences. But what we wanted to try and do was just explain what a wonderful time we had, and to show that actually, it is possible to have an amazing experience in Antarctica. Even though obviously there are some people who are less lucky than we were.
Yeah, there's storms apparently, so I'm hoping that anyone that was caught in them managed to get across, because Antarctica was totally amazing.
Yeah.
So we booked a 9-day adventure called Antarctic Peninsula, and it promises 4 full days of Antarctic Peninsula itself, and the rest obviously is travel, and we had a great experience. So the ship itself is in a separate video, and it was amazing. But basically, part of it is going meeting in Buenos Aires. We met in Buenos Aires, and they put you up in a Sofitel for a night where it's very well organised, included dinner, and there was a drinks reception to welcome everybody with drinks and nibbles. We even managed to get into the gym at one point, which was quite nice. And then we had dinner, and then it was early bed because the boat actually, Swan Hellenic, arranged for your wake-up call, so there's no way you're going to miss. And I think they gave us breakfast about 5 a.m. But we, meet all the people and get to bond, and it was really nice. And then they ship you on the buses, or put you on the buses to Azizi Airport. And I think they use the international one so they can hoover up people if they might have missed their flight, or their flights have been delayed, to make sure no one misses that boat. And then short flight to Ushuaia, and then they gave us a little bus tour, which was actually really nice, with a proper guide to see a little bit of Ushuaia itself and get a feel for the port.
Yeah, I suspect it might be that they were wanting to clean the rooms and wanted a bit more time to sort the boat out, but it was still very nice, very well done, and with a really good guide actually, who was really interesting.
Yeah, so we got there just before lunchtime. They give you fizz, of course, and then you check in, and then you go into your cabins, and then the rest of the day is just getting ready for everything, including finding your way around the ship. And then it's sail away had lunch, and then it was 6 o'clock, it started moving. Barely knew it was moving, it was that smooth. And we did have a smooth 2 days of Drake's Passage, where we went in the pool, went to the gym, and just really enjoyed getting to know everyone. Evening entertainment was really good. Singer called Gustav, who's also an expedition leader, did some nice singing. The whole boat, a lot of the boat were dancing. It was just a really nice experience between all the nationalities, really.
And there are a few lectures and things from
daytime.
some of the exhibition team that just explaining some of the wildlife that we were going to be seeing, and some of the history, and how to take better pictures, etc. So some interesting stuff going on before we got there. So we didn't feel like we were sort of sitting twiddling our thumbs waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, they talked about the weather and how lucky we were to have a smooth Drake's Passage. They also work it out to take out the best route. We were zooming down to try and stay ahead of the weather, which went really well, and as a result they ditched the itinerary. Or one thing they did say was their rule about, and their slogan is see things others don't see, something like that. And so they don't have an agenda, a schedule, an itinerary. They just are very, very flexible, and that was another 3 things, was flexibility. And as a result of that, because we got into the peninsula very, very quickly, they decided, let's do a Zodiac cruise, and we all got off in our little Zodiac boats in our teams the first time, and we saw humpback whales, including one breaching.
And there were the really lovely thing about that was we were with one of the exhibition team who was an expert in Wales, and she was so excited and just passed that on to us. She'd never seen a breaching whale at such close quarters, and so she was beside herself with excitement, and that was just such a joy to be part of. She really conveyed her enthusiasm to us, and that was just a wonderful way to start. And we did wonder whether or not they'd be able to, whether the cruise be able to stop that after that, but they carried on delivering.
Yeah, they did. And our other 4 days were really amazing. Keith's got the map here, so he'll be able to tell you the route. Obviously, it varies, so they do very much work it on the weather and giving you the best experience that they can. So we started in
at Portal Point, which is where we saw the breaching whales, and that was really a kind of cruise out in the Zodiac. So we didn't get off the Zodiacs and go on land there, but then we went on to Moisna Point, where I think that's where we went on to, where we then were able to go to a penguin colony and see and get on land and do a little kind of tour around on land.
Yeah. So yeah, we did amazing experience there, quite very well organised, and we were on the snow hiking up. One of the weird things is just sort of having a chat with somebody, because the boat is very much aimed on being able to see all around, and you'd be talking to someone and go, oh, amazing iceberg behind you. It's very weird trying to concentrate. But yeah, the whole experience was amazing. Then at other points we went to Port
we went. I think we've got the order in front of us, but I'm not exactly sure what the order was. We went to Melkor Islands. We went to Nico Harbour. We went then down to Damoy Point, and we went to
some lovely penguin shots.
Yeah,
and a lot of their baby chicks they're growing up. They're not small, but some really lovely ones where we'll share those photos with you.
Yeah.
And Port Lockroy was particularly special because that's obviously where the British team are out there, and we remember seeing them on BBC Breakfast being sent there, and it was one of those really unusual jobs, which it would be. And they were at the post office and the gift shop, so it was nice to get a little bit of retail therapy. We both bought a few things there, just some really special things. Obviously, you can't buy things from Antarctica, just any old one. And we sent the postcard.
Yeah, which we're racing back now to see whether we can, which one we'll get back first. But we think the postcard should arrive before we do.
Our children will be able to tell us.
Yeah. So, and the other thing that happened on the same day that we went to Port Lockroy was, I think it was the same day, we were just about to have our briefing, and suddenly they said there's orcas hunting outside, and they were manoeuvring the ship round so that we could follow the orcas. Ditched the briefing session.
Even ditched the a la carte dinner. It then became a buffet.
an orca watching session, and it was amazing. We had probably through the most amazing Antarctic sunset, with the light was just gorgeous, and we had orca basically hunting around a pod of orca hunting around the ship while we were all on deck filming and all the rest of it. We've got some shots of that we'll share, but it was just such a special experience, and it's something we had really wanted to see orcas, and we felt really privileged to have been there when they were having we were so close to the ship. It's amazing.
And we saw obviously the penguins, we saw gentoos, and we saw an adelie, which really one lone adelie, which should have been deeper into the Antarctica, and it was just there, and that was another exciting point. It's like, there's an adelie one, and we couldn't work out, or no one could work out why, but it was very, very beautiful. In fact, he or she was very happy just to go, yeah, I'm here, take some pictures, which was really cute. And then
we also saw lots and lots of whales. So other than the breaching whales that we saw on the first day, we saw lots of whales feeding. So we saw them actually coming out of the water and taking krill from the water. And we saw a lot of seals. We saw huge numbers of leopard seals and fur seals and other seals. So I had an amazing experience.
So there's other photos that we'll put of that. And then obviously you start heading back after a while, and then we did Deception Island, which is a volcanic island, and we had a lovely walk round there. Amazing glaciers on top of that. Got some great shots of that. And then in the afternoon we did another bay tour, which probably is on there, where we saw lots of chin straps, and they were pretty special. We were able to get up quite close. which was really nice as well.
Yeah.
What else?
And the other thing that I'll never forget is watching Sharon doing the polar plunge. First time I'd ever seen her jump into the sea.
Plunge. I can't do cold sea, or cold water generally. But now I've done the polar plunge. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a great experience. Very well organised, really well done. Felt very very safe. And I don't think I had anyone actually pull out of doing it who'd signed up to do it. So
yeah, quite a few people hadn't decided not to do it for whatever reason, but most people did, and we're all very very proud that we did, and we got a shot of vodka after.
Yeah, nice.
So thinking this must help, so I'm going to just take this shot of vodka, and I don't do shots.
Yeah, it was a great experience there. And the exhibition team throughout were just incredibly knowledgeable.
Yeah, the
really
talks
did.
on the way down,
Yeah.
the talks on the way back, even a couple of yoga lessons were in.
Yeah.
Oh, the tango shows. We didn't mention
Yes, we haven't mentioned tango shows. They had amazing tango dancers, and also a brilliant singer that came with that group that was really high quality.
Yeah, she almost had people in tears when she did the Evita song. It was just
amazing.
absolutely.
So just an
and
absolutely.
Gustav singing.
Yeah, Gustav
singing, got everyone up and dancing. It's just the whole camaraderie on the boat.
I think the Australian version of Living Next Door to Alice I will never ever forget, so I won't be able to listen to that song without laughing.
We've really got some special memories, haven't we? We are so lucky. We're so lucky. So hopefully that's helped. That was our experience. Obviously cost, it's not cheap, and whatever offers people will be getting are what they are.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a huge.
Next year. But that's a good time. January definitely is a good time. It's probably the more expensive time, but you probably get to see the most. I mean, it's hard to know.
Yeah.
That's when we went, because that's when it suited us to retire.
And for us, I think it was, it was an experience that we'll never forget, and a real
it's top of the bucket list.
Feel really privileged to have done it, and we were so lucky that we did it at a time when the weather was good and we were able to make it down there. Obviously other people are having a slightly different experience, and obviously that's really tough on them, but we wanted to try and give it a little balance and to show that actually you can have an amazing trip to Antarctica. It is a very unique experience.
We were very lucky, well, not just with the weather but just with the service and the way their boat, the SH Vega seems to work, and the SH Diana people had a good time on that as well. We all docked at the same time, so when we were in Ushuaia airport we met people that had done the longer one.
And we met lovely people on the cruise as well.
So we've now got a WhatsApp group, haven't we? where we can share things, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So hopefully some lifelong friends were made, and if you have any questions, please write them below. Like, subscribe, and we'll be posting the rest of our 4-month adventure eventually on here. But hopefully we'll get better.